Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for December 7th, 2013. It's currently 9:40 a.m. We have some cooler temperatures, certainly in the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, but the cold air is really going to show up tonight as high pressure builds in. Currently, we have temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s over the northern interior, mid to upper 30s just north and west of the city, and mid to upper 30s along the coast. We have a wind from the north and northwest around 5 to 15 miles per hour, and we have slowly clearing skies. We did have some snow last night, especially over northeastern Pennsylvania and portions of the Hudson River Valley. To be honest, I was kind of disappointed in the lack of snow really that developed over northwest New Jersey and portions of Connecticut. Was expecting a little bit more, but this is a key point in this forecast because remember, in order to determine what's going to happen for Sunday night into Monday morning, we had to get a better idea of what the surface dynamics would be. And one of those dynamics would be the amount of snow cover left over on the ground once this low pressure system starts to approach the region. So now we know we have snow over portions of northeastern Pennsylvania, and the rest of the region is pretty much barren for the most part. And that's going to be a key factor in determining just how fast this cold air retreats on Sunday night into Monday morning. And as such, the forecast has been adjusted to deal with those factors. On the latest radar, you can see the rainfall exiting out into the Atlantic. We have some clearing skies developing over the northern Mid-Atlantic. You might be curious what this is. This is lake effect snow. In fact, right here where I went to college, Oswego is just getting pummeled right now with moderate to heavy snowfall. And that's going to continue on through the day as Arctic air streams across the Great Lakes and towards the coast. Meanwhile, the rest of the central and eastern United States is pretty quiet with not much really going on for now. On the latest infrared satellite picture, you can see an area low pressure over the Carolinas that will lift off into the Atlantic. It won't have any impact on the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. This high pressure system is going to be a key factor as it's moving towards the mid-Atlantic. It's expected to set up over northeastern Pennsylvania by the time we get to tonight into tomorrow morning, and that will build what's called cold air damming down into Virginia and North Carolina, setting up a major ice events basically over northwestern and northern Virginia, Maryland, and up into Pennsylvania. Right now, it looks like the bulk of that precipitation, though, is going to head more towards Virginia and Maryland, and not so much towards eastern Pennsylvania. Still a good amount, but I'll explain why that's the case right now on the water vapor satellite picture. I love using this satellite picture. Look at this stream of moisture from the Pacific all the way to the Atlantic. Say hello to our subtropical jet stream. This jet stream is going to create a lot of havoc this winter, and it's already starting, and it's not even true winter yet. Remember, winter starts December 21st. So, we have this subtropical jet stream is starting to clearly produce a disturbance. It's going to produce a wave of low pressure that lifts up towards Ohio with a secondary low developing off the New Jersey coast. The bulk of this moisture and the bulk of this advection here, moisture advection, is clearly towards the mid-Atlantic. But then it gets focused more towards Virginia and Maryland and then Delaware, and then also portions of southern New Jersey. That means that the heaviest precipitation will not enter northeastern Pennsylvania and northwestern New Jersey. Now, don't get me wrong here. There's still going to be significant ice potential, but it won't be as much ice because there won't be as much precipitation. So as such, the forecast has been adjusted to deal with those observations and also the latest model guidance that is coming in. Don't let your guard down, though. This is still a significant event with the potential. I mean, you don't need much freezing rain to cause problems on the roadways, okay? You need to even less than 1/10 of an inch and you can get into some serious trouble, especially if the roadways are untreated. So this does not mean that the storm is going to miss the region. It just means you're not going to end up with 1 inch of ice. Thank God. I mean, that looks like that's going to be more focused towards Virginia and Maryland, 1/2 inch, 1 inch of ice possible in these areas. I saw some model guidance of 3/4 of an inch of sleet and then another 1/4 inch of freezing rain over portions of northwestern Virginia and Maryland, and that would just be devastating for travel concerns for the region. So here is the forecast that I have in place. So we're using the European model guidance from the Penn State UL website for this afternoon. High pressure starts to build into the region, and as it's doing so, skies will clear, and then we get into an important aspect of the forecast tonight. That high pressure builds over the region, temperatures crash. Look for temperatures to fall into the lower to mid teens over the far northern interior. We're talking about where those areas where the snow really fell over northeastern Pennsylvania. Upper teens to lower 20s over the rest of the northern interior, including Connecticut, central and east central Pennsylvania, and the northwest suburbs of Philadelphia, and basically the northwest suburbs of New York City. And then along the coast, we're looking at lower to mid 20s as that Arctic air builds in and skies clear. Then tomorrow, clouds will slowly increase through the day with snow pushing into the region. Now look for temperatures to rise through this evening. So your high temperatures are going to be in the late evening hours on Sunday. We're looking at lower to mid 30s along the coast and mid to upper 20s over the interior, obviously illustrating where that frozen precipitation will set up. And then on Monday, that area low pressure, and here's that secondary low, lifts north and east into New England, with the bulk of the precipitation over by Monday morning, and temperatures starting to fall throughout the afternoon as the Arctic cold front moves through behind it. So on Monday, temperatures will range basically from the upper 30s to mid 40s throughout the entire region, mostly in the morning, and then those temperatures will fall through the 40s and into the 30s by the evening hour. So here's what I'm expecting as far as the precipitation potential. We have in the light blue area, which is basically right along the coast, including from Cape May up through Long Island and portions of the southern coast of Connecticut, looking at light snow to start on Sunday evening. Okay, now that light snow will produce maybe an inch or two at most, and as that snow starts to mix with sleet and freezing rain on Sunday night, it'll quickly change over to rain as those temperatures rapidly rise, because we're going to deal with an easterly wind off the Atlantic, a very warm Atlantic Ocean at that. So look at your temperatures basically to rise very rapidly in these locations above freezing. So again, perhaps 1 to 2 inches of snow on grassy surfaces, not really a big deal. A very short period of ice followed by very heavy rainfall, up to an inch of rain possible, especially over southern New Jersey. The ice, 0.05 of an inch at most. Really, this is not going to be a major impact storm for the immediate coast. Just north and west of the major cities, including just clipping Philadelphia here, the light snow is going to last a little bit longer, and so will the sleet and freezing rain into early Monday morning. We're talking about 1 a.m. Okay, then rain the rest of Monday morning. 1 to 3 inches of snow will be possible. 3 inches more likely as you move to the north and west of Philadelphia. An inch possible right along Philadelphia, right over Philadelphia. 0.05 to 1/10 of an inch of ice. Again, kind of hedging on the idea that this cold air could linger a little bit longer than what's expected. So I kept the ice potential up to 1/10 of an inch. And then the rest of the threat here is rain. By the time you get up for Monday morning, your Monday morning rush hour, you'll be dealing with steady rain, and much of this will be melted away. Then we get into the real potential here in the dark purple. This is for northern Connecticut, back down towards northwestern New Jersey, towards Allentown, Reading, Lancaster, in Pennsylvania. We're looking at light snow mixing with sleet and freezing rain through Monday morning, changing over to rain by midday Monday morning. Looking for about 2 to 4 inches of snow, 15 to 1/4 of an inch of ice, and up to 1/2 an inch of rain. So it's going to be a rather icy Monday morning in these locations. And then towards Scranton and Wilkes-Barre area, I don't think we're going to get above freezing until the very end of this storm. So we're looking at light snow changing over to sleet and freezing rain. Now notice I reduced the snowfall amounts to 2 to 4 inches. 4 inches is if you get one of those mesoscale banding developments up here in northeastern Pennsylvania with a stray mid-level disturbance, or if the cold air remains a little bit deeper at 850 millibars to support more snow than ice. Then the rest of the event will basically be sleet and freezing rain with 1/4 to up to 1/2 an inch of ice possible, depending on how fast we change over from pure snow to sleet and freezing rain. And then very little rain at the end, with temperatures rising above freezing on Monday afternoon. So that's pretty much what we're expecting with this storm. Thereafter, on Tuesday and on Wednesday, high pressure will be in control with clearing skies, comfortable weather conditions, temperatures basically ranging from the mid to upper 30s for highs and upper 20s to lower 30s for lows. Thereafter, high pressure will remain in control with a weak clipper moving through on Thursday, transporting some colder air into the region. Look for lows in the upper teens to lower 20s, highs in the upper 20s to lower 30s. And then on Friday, the Arctic high pressure really takes control with temperatures remaining in the lower to mid 30s throughout the region for highs and upper teens to lower 20s for lows. So we get rid of this storm and then we get into the ice chest once again with some well below normal temperatures and very cold conditions. And for anyone looking to see, well, is there another storm on the way? Well, the European model guidance towards the middle of next week does suggest there is potential for a weak clipper to dive down towards the mid-Atlantic, rapidly develop off the New Jersey coast and then lift northeast. And this is a potential, but I wouldn't put a lot of weight on it just yet. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a great day. Stay safe out there.